Yo, what's good with you? This is Nia Queen, and we are back for another episode of What's Good with You. I got my man, my guy, my brother, Chef Beanz in the building.
Chef Beanz back. What's this, season 3, right?
Why do you keep saying season 3?
Season 4. Yo, because you don't know how much time passes by. This is season 4.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Your first episode was in 2021, I think.
Yeah, that was season 1. Yeah. Welcome back for season 4.
Yeah, welcome back for season 4. Happy Black History Month to all my brothers and sisters out there.
Mm-hmm.
We have some very talented young brothers with us today.
That we do.
I'm so excited for this episode. I got my friend here, my brother, UCLA football alumni, luxury real estate agent, Steven Johnson III.
Everybody give it up for Steven.
Give
Give it up for
I
Steven.
appreciate y'all having me, for real.
Thank you for coming. And we also have another UCLA football alumni, actor and entrepreneur Donovan Carter in the building.
Everybody give it up for Donovan.
Go Bruins, come on.
Chilling with the
real.
Bruins.
Best episode.
Thank you guys for coming on. How y'all feeling today?
I'm good. I'm blessed.
Y'all had a good week?
Blessed.
Yeah, blessed as
Real
well,
good. Shoot, I've been busy. I've been working.
All right.
I got a few clients that came into town, so I've been helping them.
All right.
But other than that, I mean, I'm blessed. I'm happy.
Praise the Lord. What about you, Donovan?
I'm good. It's just happy to see a new day, new month. No complaints. Just, 2024, that's it.
All right, Nia, how you feeling? You asking everybody how they doing. How you feeling
I'm feeling
today?
blessed as well. I went to church this morning
Okay.
and
What
got
they was
the
talking
word
about?
in.
What they was talking about in
You know,
church
we was
today?
just talking about, we was taking our communion,
Okay.
and we was talking about, when we have Jesus in us, we don't fear anything because
Okay.
we connected to the source.
Talk
I was paying
heavy.
attention to that.
Talk heavy.
But yeah, I'm feeling good. Oh man, it's busy. It's been a busy week. I have an announcement, but I know you have an announcement as well.
Yes, but we can save that.
We gonna save that for the end?
We're gonna save it to the end.
All right. So for the people who haven't heard of What's Good With You, this is a mental health podcast, but we keep it plain and simple. We keep it like regular conversations. That's why I named the show What's Good With You, because I wanted to encourage young Black people to have those real conversations about their mental health and that relationship with themselves. So thank you guys for coming, and I'm ready to get started. You ready?
Big ready.
But I didn't ask you how you was doing.
Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm able to identify that I'm pretty overwhelmed. Overwhelmed with the announcement that we're going to have at the end, and trying to juggle creativity, responsibility, family, relationship stuff, just a lot of different things while also still being present in all the rooms that you walk in.
Right.
So like putting those blinders on sometimes, but I guess a lot of times I'm kind of accustomed to those blinders being on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to do better at removing the blinders and be like, yo, this need to be addressed. That needs to be addressed. So it's just an imbalance right now, but I'll mitigate the turbulence,
Right.
rightfully so.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, but outside of that, like I'm good, I'm well, I'm alive, I'm healthy, all those things. But again, it's like that. Just finding balance.
Right.
Yeah.
Finding the balance. Y'all so quiet over there. Y'all good?
No, I was listening.
Yeah, I was peeping.
I know, sure.
Yeah, I was
All
listening.
right.
man, but-
I guess I gotta start talking about football so they can get started.
Nah, I mean, shoot.
That'll help.
The fact that he said he was overwhelmed, like, to me was like, dang, like, I ain't never heard someone, like, just say, like, I'm overwhelmed. For me, you feel me, I'm happy right now, but I talk about my transition with you or anybody. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know this, you feel it too. Like, just the transition through life or sports into a whole different world for me was tough. So for me right now, I've been fighting to be happy. So
Right.
that's something that when you said I'm overwhelmed, I'm like, shoot, I go through every day on the phone, calling people. Like, I
Right.
feel you, you know what I mean?
Right.
But to hear you say that that's good to hear.
Because you know, like, to be completely honest, a lot of times as men, as women, we have these automated responses because inadvertently we don't always want people to ask too many questions. We don't know that, so
go too deep.
subconsciously we give them that automated response. How you doing? I'm good. I'm straight. trying to keep it short so we can keep it pushing. But when we just honest, like, how you feeling? Yo, I'm feeling a little heavy right now, or I'm putting that more into my practice to be honest about how I'm actually feeling, and because if I'm just lying to others, I'm also lying to myself. So like, how do I not lie to myself?
No, that's real, yeah. No, it was the same thing. I was like, you know, like you say, you want to get a vanilla answer, like I'm good, because I feel like for me, nobody want to kind of hear like complaints or excuses, but yeah, I get the overwhelming stuff and just trying to balance everything, and yeah, just trying to find happiness too sometimes, because I feel like, I don't know, for me it's just you got this expectation of things and you want them to, you know, you think your life is gonna be this way,
right?
And things kind of don't, but I'm just thankful for the little things too, like, you know, just grateful, just period, and then all that other stuff, you know, it'll come into play,
right?
And you know, I know God got me, but it's just some things, you know, you kind of like, you know, all right, God, what's up, man? Like, what's going on? I've been praying for like 3 years.
Right.
What's going
When it's
on?
gonna come? When it's gonna come?
And just
I have to ask you guys, when did you know that football was your thing? When did you know that football was your passion?
I say for me, I started playing football when I was 10, like 5th grade. But my dad was coaching like before I could even play.
Oh, okay.
So I'd be out there, you know, I was a ball boy, water boy, and you know, I wanted to get out there and play, but he was just kind of just like, you know, just like wait till you get a little older. Maybe he wanted me to wait a little longer, but I was just ready at 10. Yeah. And then you know, you get that first touchdown and that first win, you know, you just fall in love with it. And then I feel like too, like people that don't play, you know, when you get that first hit, you know, like when somebody hits you, and you be like, that's when you realize, like, okay, am I gonna play football or am I gonna do basketball or baseball or no sports at all?
Right.
But I grew up, like I grew up in the beginning of my life, I was the only child till my sister came in my life, like when I was in like 8th grade. So like that was I just love just being around, you know, like just other kids, and you know, these are my brothers.
Right.
And just the camaraderie and just, you know, just being outside doing team activities and, you know, just coming together. And just having fun, you know, and I got to be out with my dad. You know, sometimes that was cool. Sometimes it wasn't, because, you know, it just be constant football, even when we not in practice. But, yeah, I'll probably say like 10 when I first started, but like really like when I got to maybe 9th grade, that's when I really started like really falling in love with it, and just, you know, the grind and the process. And I, you know, what my dad didn't have to like force me to like do stuff. I was doing it on my own.
Shoot, I'll say for me, I started when I was like 5 or 6, and that's kind of when I knew, like, I ain't gonna say I knew that was my passion. I really liked basketball. I was a basketball player. But for me, football came easier to me. And, I mean, same thing. My dad was a coach. He was out there with me all the time. So I think he saw something that maybe I didn't see. I was just out there having fun, and I think I was doing stuff out there as a kid that caught people's attention. So I went from the flag football to tackle football, and I was terrified though. I ain't gonna lie, but that's a lot of it. That's how I was playing though. Like that's how I scored. That's how I didn't want to. I was not trying to get hit.
Right.
But I was. You feel me? I'm not trying to. We're not doing.
That's why I ain't play football. I got hit once. No, this is not for me.
But the crazy part about that is like how you said your first hit. Like I was terrified. The first time I got hit, I was like, it ain't that bad. It didn't hurt. I'm like, all right, cool. Keep doing it. Now I'm used to it. I don't even realize I'm into it. But I think, I would say probably when I was 8. 8 is when I knew, like, okay.
It's something profound about that just hit me. Well, number one, I was balancing between wrestling and football. I liked wrestling more, went out to football, got that first hit. I think I'm going to just go wrestling. So I want to clarify with that. Don't think I wasn't still an athlete, y'all. But number two, you said something so profound, which I'm sure we'll elaborate on later, but you said after your first hit, you said, oh, it's not that bad. And you got used to just like rolling with the punches. And the reason why that's so profound is I think as men and as people, a lot of times we do that in life. We're so used to getting hit, and it becomes the normality that a lot of times we don't really check in on ourselves. We're checking on ourselves like, yo, I've been hit so much. Like, dang, I went to the doctor for the first time when I was 40 and realized I've had a broken rib for the last 20 years. What the? So it's like, how do we respond after getting hit is also important too. So didn't mean to like I didn't know if you were done, but
Right.
it just stuck with me because I think that's what we do naturally. We
Right.
get hit, but we like, oh, I'm used to this.
Right.
It,
And I was trying to figure out, both of you guys have fathers that were really involved in football. Do you feel like that contributed to you staying with football? Because sometimes I feel like, well, because I grew up in a household where my little brother and my dad both played basketball, and my dad was like really on him. And my brother ended up like hating basketball by the time he was a senior in high school. So I was just wondering, like, do you think that pressure, like, from your fathers, do you feel like it was more of a positive thing, or was it more of like, dang, like, I gotta get this done, like, I don't want to disappoint my dad?
like a necessity.
I think my pops did it in a different way. So for him, he played at Mississippi State, and for me around the house, all I saw was the helmets, the jerseys, and every Saturday we watching college football. So for me, it's just what I saw. He wasn't the type to push me to make me play football or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was just something that I think subconsciously I saw, and I was around it. And the only thing he did make me to do is run track. I ain't want to do that. But other than that, no. Like, I think the way I think he knew how to do it. Like, he knew what he was doing for sure, and definitely just let me. He put it. I was having fun.
Oh, okay.
So I think that was the best part. But I would say, shoot, college is when it stopped getting fun.
It get real.
It get business, it turned into a business, and you don't even realize it.
Yeah, now my dad, like, I felt like if I didn't play football, he would have been disappointed because, like, he played and he loved the game, so I just felt like I had to, like, just try. And in the beginning, my stepmom, she would be like, "Are you playing for you or your dad?" And I'm like, "Shit, for my pops." Like, shoot, this what I'm just trying to make him proud. Yeah. And we used to butt heads. And my dad, he only played high school. He didn't get to play college like Stevie dad. And he went to the military. Like, he wanted to keep playing. It just his team was weak and his coach was terrible. So I think that was one of his dreams. Like, right. Probably. He wanted me to, like, because, like,
he was trying to live his dream through you.
I mean, a little bit, but I think he kind of, like, he seen I had a talent. He seen like I wasn't weak. So he's like, okay, he got a chance, and he got potential. Yeah, thank you. So, but I think it wasn't really until I got to high school, because that's when he wasn't coaching me no more. Because it was just tough. Because, like, all right, we done. Like, we are not at practice no more. Like, it just got to be a cutoff. Like, because it was just football all the time, and I was kind of burnt out, like, a little bit. But it wasn't until I got to, like, high school and I got, being around different people and around different coaches. And I think my dad kind of just took a little step back and just let me just, do my thing. And that's when it kind of got a resurgence. I found a love for the game again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I was getting better, too. Like, I think at a certain point I kind of plateaued and I just was, like, just okay. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I started getting taller, started getting stronger and faster. Then it started being fun. And then, just when I compete. And then I ended up, like, I never even, like, thought I was going to even go to college. I was like, I'm just going to play football right now. And I wasn't even expecting to go to college. But my dad, his big goal was, like, for me to go to college and for free. Because he was like, I'm not paying for none of this. So he's like, man, I want you to get a free education. And, I want you to for sure make it to college. And then, like Stevie said, when it got to college, it get real for sure.
Real.
Yeah. You really find out if you love the game when you get there.
You don't even realize it. You don't even see that. Like, that's the part I think about football or just playing sports that kind of affected me, was looking and realizing that, like, okay, I was doing this for fun. Like I said, like, I was naturally good at football. Like, I was running a 4.3 in my sophomore year of high school.
Jeez.
So I'm running past kids. Like,
yeah.
So this is fun to me. When I got to college, I started realizing, like, okay, it's a lot of different conversations in the back rooms about stuff that ain't about football, that don't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, what we talking about here? Like, really? So I think I don't know, it's just different. It's a business now. You are a number, and you essentially work for the school.
Right.
It's a job.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were telling me.
No bread. They getting it now. I'm hot.
Like, we're going to pay y'all tuition,
right.
but
I'm hot.
be here at 6 a.m., be here at 10 a.m., be here, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Yeah,
on
real.
point.
And you guys were at a Division I school, so it's like the pressure is on for y'all. It's you performing in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and then millions of people, through the television. So what was that pressure like? Like,
I was about to say something to that. Like, I think, say a student that was at the school who didn't play a sport, they see us every day and they see us on the field or whatever, but they don't realize you going through. Shoot, I still got a family, I still got school, I still got to deal with all those things, and emotionally. And then on a Saturday night, I'm stepping out in front of 90,000, maybe to 100,000 people.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe, and it's like everything else in my world is gone. So, you still dealing with life, but you gotta put all that to the side. Once these lights cut on, like, it's this is what I do. This is what I know. This is me. I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. It's like,
yeah, I thought the pressure was cool, like, cause like you put the work in, you start, even right now, like you start working January, February for the fall, and you only got 12 opportunities to showcase, 6-8 months of work.
yeah.
So that's what I look forward to. Like, I look forward to the pressure. When I was young, it was a lot, because I'm like, man, I'm a freshman. You got to just balance like school and the plays and just try to figure out, just how to be a student athlete. But then I think after I redshirted my first year. So after my and that was tough too. You just like, this is my first time. I'm just sitting out. I can't even play. I just gotta practice and just watch.
And you've been playing your whole
So
life.
yeah, you've been playing, and in my senior year, we was pretty good. So I'm just like, you just answer, you like, I want to get on the field again. But the pressure was cool. Like, that's the last thing I feel like you gotta worry about. You just trying to go out there and make plays and compete. It just really I feel like football, like nobody's perfect, but like it's damn near a perfect game, and it's like you can't make too many mistakes, because you get replaced quick.
Wow.
And like they even keep, like, I don't know, you was there, they would keep tallies of like mental mistakes.
Oh yeah.
And anytime you made a mistake, like they put it on the board, and you just see, and then if you had too many, like we say, next brewing up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I think that was more the pressure, just making sure, like, and it's like you want to have fun, but it's like it's just so many things in your head, and just you want to play free, but then it's also like, dang, because as soon as you mess up, it's on film, and you about to get
right. It's on film, 3 different angles,
it's
slow motion.
They circling.
It's like you getting in trouble at school, and you finna go get your butt whipped at home, and it's like you almost want to tell the coach now, like,
right,
coach, I know I messed up.
Like,
I know I messed up right here. But you gotta also like just be in the moment and forget all that. You gotta forget everything that if you messed up on a play, you gotta move on fast, because if not, it's gonna be a reoccurring thing.
So you kind of develop like that resilience, because like you just have to perform the next time if you mess up that time.
Have to, good or bad play,
Right.
Gotta move on.
Got to.
And so, since you guys were in college at the time, did you even get to like enjoy your college like life? Like, did y'all get to party? Did y'all
Hell
get to?
yeah.
He said,
I was
"Do
trying
not
to
get
see
That was
not
the
get it
problem.
twisted."
I should have.
I'm like, it sounded like y'all had a full-time job. So when do you get to be a regular student?
Like,
You
you're gonna have a good time. Like, you're gonna find. You're gonna find.
Wait, why?
Yes.
But looking back though, like now that I'm older, and like if I see like younger kids, like it's college, like you enjoy yourself, but it's like, do you want to have fun now or later? Because you gotta make sacrifices,
Right.
And like if I really want to go to the league, like, yeah, you can't do nothing. You can't really do none of that. You can have a little fun, but like the drinking, the smoking, the partying, man, like you there for 3 years. Really, maybe 4 if you want to do that. But if you want to come in and play as a true freshman 3 years and you out, and like it's like you make sacrifice now, you got plenty of time to party and do all that stuff.
Right.
But
But yeah, it's hard to do that though at UCLA.
You a kid.
I ain't never
You a young
lived in
man.
LA. I ain't never been in LA like that. So like for me, coming from the Bay Area, I'm like, shoot, it's a whole different.
Yeah.
This is different for me.
Yeah, it's
like,
different. Yeah.
I'm
It
at-
sound good.
It sound, like
Yeah.
I'm focused, I'm locked in, but I'm like, dang, my friends going to highlight room.
Yeah.
They going to places I ain't never been to. I'm
Right.
jumping on
Y'all
Because
the-
you're
did.
like what in Beverly Hills essentially.
Technically,
UCLA.
Yeah, over there, yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Borderline.
I'm at millionaires' houses in the hills and stuff. I've never seen these things. It's all new to me, so you kind of can get sidetracked. I mean, we had my years, we had a bunch of people sidetracked. Like,
Yeah, and it was different for y'all because y'all was actually winning and doing better than when I was there. Like, so like they was like, I was low key hating. I'm like, y'all going to the club getting tables? Like we didn't get none of that. We didn't start getting that to the end because Coach Moore didn't come to my last year. Yeah. So my first few years, it was tough. We was not doing good at all. Like it was kind of the downslope of the program. But I'm glad, we picked it up for them and, got them going. But yes, LA is distracting.
Right.
But I'm glad I did do some of that because later on in life, especially like my transition when I started acting, like when we filmed the first 2 years in Miami. So like being in a big town, big city, like I didn't get like,
distracted.
I didn't get I wasn't distracted because I already made
You already made my, I don't like to say mistakes, but I made my choices young.
Right.
And I knew I'm here to work, I'm here to focus. Like I done partied, I done did all that stuff, drank, talked to girls, all that stuff. Like I'm here for this.
Right.
And I ain't gonna mess this up. Like
right.
Because this the bread now.
Right.
It's
business
no bread
now.
back then. So.
Yeah. So how you talked about your coach? How important is your coach in like keeping a positive mindset or, maintaining your mental health when you're on that level of playing football?
That's a good question.
Like, did it seem like a priority from the program, whether that was like coach or school, to also tap in with you, not just physically, but like internally?
I mean, yeah, if you got one of them coaches like that, some coaches are old school, just straight football, ball. Film. But if you got them but I mean, they kind of like coaches to me is like a father figure.
Right.
And, you see these coaches, you see these coaches more than you see your parents and your family. But, it was tough. I know for me, I had a different coach every year. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I had 2 different head coaches. I had 4 different defensive coordinators, 4 different position coaches. So it's like, man, you get to know one and he gone, and here come another one, and then sometimes this coach he might not, he didn't recruit you, so he might not rock with you. He might do like you gotta kind of earn their respect too. And I was like, it's basically having like a new boss every time, so that was an adjustment for me. But then also too, sometimes like you in a building, you in a facility for so long. I don't want to see these. Like as soon as they practice break, I'm gone. Like I don't want to see them. I wasn't one of those in the coach's office all the time. Maybe should have a little bit more, because then that kind of show your passion a little bit. But it was just like like sometimes I need a break from football.
Right.
Like I didn't even like to play Madden. I'm trying to play 2K or Call of Duty. Like I'm not. I wasn't I as I got older, like I like football. I don't know if I love football because I couldn't just do like some people. It's football coaches. It's football 24/7, and it's like, why are you not thinking? Why are you not thinking about football? Like you on the way to class, you should be thinking about.
Where
this.
you at a restaurant, somebody move fast, and it's like, look at that route. It's like, no, they're just going to the bathroom.
Yeah. But I see the dudes that did go to league, like that's how they thought. Like I met Santonio Holmes. He used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he said like when his mom, like he be in the house. And he be acting like his mama DB. He doing moves on his mama, and I'm like, dang, like that's that. Like, in mine, at first she like, what you doing? But she probably started getting into it too. But it take that type of, like that type of focus to be
love for the game.
Yeah, that type of love. But sometimes, like I said, I just needed a balance sometimes because it just get too much.
Same. I feel like how you said you want to go home, like. That's how I was too. As soon as I think you're there all day, to the point that any chance you get to be by yourself or get your own time, like then you gonna take it. I'm taking it. I took it.
Right, you need that me time.
Definitely took it. But I've had some good coaches. I think Coach Moore was a personable coach. He would talk to us and stuff like that. I don't know now, being older, if they were really checking in on us that deep. But I've had other coaches that may have you don't get that chance to talk to them like that. It's not, but it depends. It depends on who the person is.
So then, what did you guys do to maintain, your mental health when you were in college? What did you guys do?
Smoke
or
weed.
Did you? Like, did you do anything at all? Because maybe you didn't do nothing.
I don't think so. No.
I feel like we were just.
No.
I feel like we were just so busy. Like
Right.
we didn't even have time.
Too busy, yeah.
We really had time because we on a quarter. We on quarter. We not on semester. We on quarters. So it's like every 10 weeks. It's like it's a new quarter, and like you really like we maybe had like. I mean, if we made it to a bowl game, you maybe had like 1 week off Christmas break. You got spring break, and you got 1 week off summer. So we only have like 3 weeks off.
Oh, y'all don't
That's
get
the whole
summers?
year.
Nah, we like because we
Dang.
finish school like we don't finish May. We finish school like late June.
Oh.
Like, but we don't start school till October though. Like
Late.
first week of October. But you get a week off, but you got summer school. So we take summer school, and then we got summer workouts.
Right.
And then that summer, and then you kind of want to take summer school because if you don't get no money for the summer. Like, we living off campus. We trying to pay
Right.
for our apartments.
Yeah.
So you got to be in school to get your stipend.
Dang.
So we only had like 1 week off, and then you got summer school right back to voluntary summer workouts. And then as soon as that's over, it's
Voluntary.
yeah, it's
Right.
summer, yeah. They
Right.
say, and it's like shit. Try not to show up.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't gonna, You think you gonna play, but you ain't.
Right.
You might be first string now. You third string because you missed a couple workouts. You just never know.
Dang.
But,
So you go from doing that all year round,
Yep.
and then graduation comes.
Yeah.
And what's that like when it's like you're so used to having this routine and being there every
Since a
day and
kid.
showing up since a kid?
Yeah.
Like, that's a big transition.
Yeah.
That's a big transition. And I know
Schedule.
me and you talked about it a little bit. I want you to.
Yeah, no, that's something that I'm dealing with now, where it's like I was so used to having a schedule set up for me that now being an entrepreneur and setting up my own schedule, sometimes I don't know what to do and how to actually live through that. Like, shoot, some days I wake up and I may not have to do calls today. I may not have a bunch of clients to talk to today. Okay, now what do I do? I don't know. What do I like to do? I don't know. You know what I mean? My identity was in sports
Right.
my whole entire life. Now I'm doing something completely different. I'm still learning through that. What do I really like to do in the morning? What's my routine? Shoot, I got to cook now. Like,
You didn't have to cook before.
no,
Nah.
They
I mean,
would-
if you wanted to,
you could cook
But-
at home,
but you give
maybe dinner,
meals,
but
yeah.
like I would say especially when we were there, like we had breakfast,
yeah, it was more. Y'all had more like
lunch.
y'all had more meals than we did.
Yeah, we had breakfast, lunch, and dinner because we'll have meetings at 4 to 7 at the end of your day after all your classes and stuff. And then after the meetings, we had to eat. So they had the dinner there. Like I didn't have to cook.
Wow. So it's like you got to do everything for yourself now instead of everything being planned for you. And then you graduated like right before the pandemic, right?
Right before the pandemic. So then
So that's a
That's-
double whammy right there.
No, yeah, I got hit up. I got punched on for sure. Like I had the pandemic right after I graduated. Ended up moving to New York. A lot of people don't know that, but I moved to New York for like the whole pandemic. I went there for 2 weeks, ended up stuck there. So now I'm living in New York. And now I'm just sitting there. I don't know what to do. I can't take I was trying to get my real estate license. Couldn't take the test because everything was shut down. I was stuck for a long time. I didn't know what to do. And I think also part of that I'm going into a whole different thing kind of, but like being stuck there kind of got me into art.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? All I had was a shoe and a couple things. I started drawing on the shoe. And then I was like, I never showed nobody that I can draw. Start posting it on Instagram, and that kind of blew up. But yeah, that transition is something that like I want to make a change for other athletes and people. How do I get other people to realize you kind of just have to move?
Right.
You don't know what you're gonna do. We don't know what to do. A lot of my friends don't know what they're gonna do after sports. A lot of friends, and I got to see it where. What's next? What do we do? And I tended to hide myself. So after that, like I was hiding myself. I didn't want to see people. I didn't want to talk to people. Oh, what happened, Steve? Like why they ain't, why this, why that?
Right.
What you, I don't
They
even
trying to
wanna
see
talk.
what your next move is, and yeah,
Yeah.
difficult.
And
Yeah.
if you ain't got no moves, it's a little
ego
It's a little
kill.
embarrassing, yeah.
It's an ego.
Because I was kind of same thing when I first got out too. Like especially like going back to the games and stuff. You know, even now, always. You know, what are you up to? What do you got going on? And you like, I ain't like in my head, I ain't got shit going on. But that's why I'm here though. Like at first I was like, you know, let me throw the ego aside because I don't know. So like maybe you got something going on, or maybe you could put me on. You know, because I'm like UCLA. It's a big alumni, big network. You
Right.
know, shit. Maybe you might be hiring or something. But even if you do got something going on, people always gonna know. Even when I was on the show, well, what else you got next? Shit, I'm doing this. What you mean? Like,
Right.
we filming right now. Like, so it's like it's all, you know, people always want to know, like, what you doing, even if you doing it anyway. But I just was like, man, because I know some of my teammates, they never go back. They don't come back to campus. They don't go back to games, nothing because of that thing. And you know, I get it's embarrassing, but it's like, you know, it is what it is. You know, these people, they might can help you.
Right.
If you want
Yeah.
them to, if you want help, you know.
They just don't
Right.
even know you need help.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it parallels a lot to when people refer to like hoop dreams. Like everybody who hooping thinking that they're gonna make it to the league. Everybody who you see playing professional football, whether it's from people early on will tell them certain things. This is where you're gonna end up at. Oh, you're gonna play for the Steelers. You're gonna play for the Eagles or whatever. And when that doesn't happen, again, that being your identity from an early age to now graduating or around 21, 22, you're trying to figure out your new normal. You're trying to figure out what's next for me. But it's interesting, Donovan, being that you just answered doing the research on you. I see that you actually started acting before football.
Yeah, I did a play like
Was it To Kill a Mockingbird or something like that, right?
Yeah, I did a play. I mean, I was always like interested in like TV because like I just think our era growing up, like I'm 34, so like, you know, I was a big like TV person, like Nickelodeon, just, you know, sitcoms, you know, Family Matters, Boy Meets World, all that stuff. So I always had like this like interest in it. I just didn't know how to go about it. And then when I did the play, it was cool. You know, and theater is so much different than TV. Like, you know, I didn't understand the commitment. I just thought like I could just show up. But, you know, now all of a sudden I got to practice. And it's summertime and we got to practice this play every day. I can't go out and hang out with my friends. You know, I can't play no sports. But that's something I committed to do, so I had to finish it. And after that, I was like, okay, this was cool. But I was like, I just want to be a kid. Like, I didn't know. I was like, I don't know about being like a child, you know, childhood actor.
Right.
And also, too, I don't think I was kind of like shy at that point. I don't think I had the confidence. Because I meet now these child actors and they talk so well and they so mature. And I'm like, man, like, you get it. You get why they like on the screen. But I dabbed into it, but it was something like I put in the back of my closet. Like, you know, maybe I'll revisit it. Maybe because of football. Because I was like, I always want to go to the league. I said, maybe because of football, maybe I'll do a commercial or something, or
Right.
try another time.
Right.
But I was glad to like experience that.
And it
But-
found you again
Right.
later
Yeah.
on.
Right.
Yeah, it did. Because then it was crazy because a lot of my teammates, you know, football, we, you know how we are. We be cracking jokes. We in the locker room. You know, it's just a constant just roast session the whole time.
Yeah.
So then a lot of my friends, you know, a lot of my teammates are like, bro, you funny, like you need to be on TV. But I'm like, man, whatever. Like, you know, I'm just thinking y'all just talking. It's like when somebody say like, you know, you pretty, you should model or you can sing. But I did take like a acting class at UCLA because I was a history major. So I was just tired of just reading books and writing. So I was like, man, I want to like watch something and just switch it up. So I took a acting class, but I was terrible. So I was like, all right, yeah, maybe this ain't for me. I thought it was gonna be a natural. I thought I was just gonna go in there and just
Thought it was gonna be a
do
piece
my
of cake.
thing. But no, I was terrible. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, maybe acting ain't for me. I'm gonna try radio or something because I thought like that might be better because the camera, you know, it's different with the camera on you. You know,
Right.
it's nerve wracking in the beginning.
So
And
how
then-
did you get from that to getting on the show Ballers?
Man, shoot, just when I was probably like my sophomore, junior year, and then when I got done, you know, tried out for the league. I got invited to the Raiders for mini camp. You know, did that, got cut, and I'm just back home. You know, kind of like you said, stuck. It ain't no pandemic, but this was like 2013, so I'm just back home, just stuck. Like, then what am I gonna do? Like, I'm a history major.
And back home was out
in
here?
LA. I'm
Okay,
in LA.
right,
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I went back to my coach, and yeah, man, just through the grace of God, they sent me this email, and first put me in touch with a commercial agent. So I started doing commercials, like just background. And then I just got another email about they was looking for football players for this show, for HBO. So I went on the email, followed up. They sent me my sides, and then man just showed up and never took a class or not. I mean, I took that one class,
Right.
but never never took like no real class, and yeah, memorized my lines like I just treated like my plays, just memorized my lines like my plays. And I just knew my lines. I ain't know what nobody else was saying. Like I'm literally just like waiting for the lady to stop talking. And I was like, oh shit, it's my turn. It's my turn. I was like, okay. But I don't know, I just was like, to them I was natural. Like they saw something in me I didn't see in myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously I had to look. I think that's a big thing like in this business is a look, I mean, of course talent, but you can't teach look.
Right. They had an idea in their head of what they wanted that character to be like, and you came along. Yeah.
And it was an open casting call. They had like actors going after it, but I think for the to keep the show like
Authentic,
real and authentic, they wanted like real football players. So they got me, even John David Washington, Denzel's son. Like he played football as well. The Rock played football, so they wanted to like make it because you could tell watching some stuff like, man, this dude ain't playing no
right,
football.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
so so I mean,
They be having stunt doubles and stuff.
exactly, or they just don't do no sports stuff at all. Like I seen like sports movies and shows, and I'm just like, all right, this dude play, but like why he not like you don't never see him shoot the basketball or get on the field. But that's because I remember I heard a story about Any Given Sunday. And Jamie Foxx got the lead role, but it was between him and Puff Daddy. But they said they did audition, and Puff Daddy, they had him throwing the football, and he
was throwing the football backwards.
He couldn't throw the ball. He looked crazy.
Right.
And Jamie played quarterback back in the day. He from Texas. He played football. So it'd be like them little things. And it also just, as time went on, I just used my skills, which I didn't know. I used my skills from football. And just, it correlated to acting, from memorizing to taking direction and just being in the moment, just just being out there.
So you really didn't get nervous at all, like being around all those stars?
Hell yeah.
And yeah.
About to say,
all the time.
Because I'm like, you going from football, which you know very well, like the back of your hand, to acting, which is like a new, new space for you.
Yeah, it was new, but definitely was nervous. Or I'd like to say excited. But because I cared. But then part of me was like you said, like, man, I played football. I played in front of 80,000.
Right.
Like, man, fuck these people. Like, I'm about to go here and do my thing. Like, yeah, it's new, but shoot, I done been through some things and been through some perseverance. So, my dad always said, man, just do your best. Like, did you give it your all? That's all anybody can ask for.
Right. And you made it there for a reason. You was meant to be there. So
exactly.
Yeah,
like,
that kind of takes away some of the nervousness.
And I think that's so like impressive for the both of y'all. You know what I mean? Being around football, being around sports for so long, and then other parts of yourselves that have always been there, still kind of knocking on the door. Like, yo, I don't feel like we find things. Sometimes I feel like things find us. So that sneaker that found you was kind of always there, and it was just waiting for you to use it as your canvas.
Right.
That's kind of what I was insinuating too, like exactly what you're saying. Like, that's something I've been doing my whole entire life. But me being a football player, I'm like,
the football guy. Everybody looking at, hey, it's the football guy.
Soft ass painting over there. Like, that's what I was, that's kind of on the low, like what I may have felt. But to me, it was like, shoot, I was in classes when I was in elementary school, getting kicked out of classes because I'm drawing on stuff. And I had a teacher one year I was in 3rd grade. I think her name was Miss K. She took me out the class, mid-class, and walked me to the art class. And that's how I learned how to actually do art. So then now I already had this talent for so long. I practice it every day. I'm doing it on everything. So yeah, after that,
so then why do you think like a lot of athletes, do you feel like it's because they're trying to make it to that professional part of the game that they don't really explore the other things that they're good at? Like, is that the reason why?
I think it's just time too. Like,
time, not having the time to.
When I was growing up, in like high school, same thing. Got to wake up, go to school. I'm walking to school. Shit, I got to go do this long ass walk in the morning. Like, after school practice, I'm tired now.
Right.
Shoot.
So you don't really have the time to think about your other interests and.
I
I
mean,
just didn't know either.
yeah. I think too, it just depends. Like, I remember my boy, like, he went to UW, University of Washington, and like when he got there, he was like, all right, I'm about to take full advantage of like me being here. And like he was trying to do the internships and do other things that he was interested in. But his coach, kind of like was like, I need a football player. I didn't recruit this guy doing all
Right.
this other stuff.
Right.
And I think like people kind of make it seem like it's a distraction.
Or
And
you're
kind of
not
like,
focused.
yeah, you're not focused.
You're not
Yeah,
focused,
like you
don't
got
care.
you got all this time. You got time to do this, or like even like we got, I was talking to Tahan the other day.
Yeah.
When
Dope designer.
he do clothes and like he a designer, and like he being in UCLA, LA, he want to get into other things, but it's like you kind of feel
Was
like.
he a football player?
Yeah.
Nah,
at UCLA?
He was around his
He was
time.
on my
Okay.
team. He was in
Yeah,
my
he was.
class.
Yeah, he younger than me,
Okay.
but he done now. But I was just talking to him the other day. I'd like to just tap in with people, catch up sometime, and he was just saying like when he was there, we was talking about our experiences, and he was just like, he was in the clothes, but it just like people kind of look at you or frown upon you for doing that, and thinking like you ain't taking football serious, like,
Right.
and it's just like, man, I am, but like. Sometimes we were saying earlier, you need that balance. Like,
Right.
can't do football all the time. Like, I want to do something else, and it's just
Right.
like,
There's
but it's
other parts of me.
yeah, but it's
Right.
interesting now. These players now, they doing like the YouTubes and
Right. The
the
NILs.
NIL and the
Yeah.
vlogs, and it's kind of cool to see that they can do a little more and not be. But it's like you better make sure you still like handle your business,
Right.
Because once you like miss a tackle or your grade slip, that's the first thing gonna say.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, I had I had another teammate just like that. He was I'll tell you, probably one of the best athletes on our team for sure. But he was good at making clothes. He started making clothes, and they started telling him pretty much like, you ain't focused enough. You're not, So they kind of tunnel you into that.
Right.
I'm glad you said that.
So
yeah,
when you
gotta
say
make a choice,
yeah,
for real.
like start making clothes, so you're saying that if it wasn't him saying it out loud, they would look at your social media and things like that and kind of know what you're into, type of thing, or was it something that people just knew about him that he make clothes?
It's word get around for
Okay.
sure. I think they know stuff about you that you probably don't realize they know.
Right.
And I'm sure they probably looking at your social media and stuff too.
Right. Because
They
you're their investment, so
Yeah.
they gotta pay attention to what you're doing.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Shit, I had a girlfriend my freshman year, and I had came to the facility. My coach like, "Oh, how's your girlfriend?" I'm like, "How you know?" You feel me? I ain't posted. I'm just
Right.
You
Right.
feel me? So they know. They talk. People talk.
That's
It's a lot of conversations in them back rooms that's going on.
So what do you think that you took away from football that helped you with your transition out of football? Like what did you learn that transcends the game?
For me right now, I think like how you said, the resilience, like in a process, understanding a process. Like right now, I know I'm in my years of building my business up, and I know the grind and the tenacity to just keep going and build, grow each day, and eventually something good will come out of that, or
Right.
my performance will be seen. So I think that's just every day for me. That I think I take from football, and even just the confidence too. Like,
Right.
I built so much confidence from playing sports that like I don't even realize it sometimes. But that's one thing for me. I say, like, just resilience. Like I know I know it ain't gonna be easy. Like what I'm trying to do here in LA, like I'm selling mansions in LA in a crowd of people that probably don't like me as an agent or
Right,
don't want to
right.
use you as an agent. So for me, it's like I gotta work way harder. I gotta present myself the right way. I gotta be that. And for me, it's like I'm doing it now, but I know where I gotta go, and I know that that's gonna be something I'm gonna have to push through to get there.
Right. What about you, Donovan? What did you learn from football that transcends the game?
Man, everything. Shoot. Working hard, competing. I think now working smart though, because I feel like you work hard, but I'm trying to transition to working smart too. But competing, just being your best when your best is called upon. Learning from your mistakes, you know, as well. Shoot, just everything, honestly, like just everything. Being able to perform when you need to.
Right.
Because, you know, it's a lot of people that do good in practice. Then when it get to the game, you like, where is this?
Yeah, where's
where
that?
this same dude? Like, you going crazy in practice. But really just putting the work in, man, because, like, you can't shy away from the work. And it's like, you know, it's different now because, like, in football, you know what to work on. That's when I'm kind of transitioning because football, all right, I know, all right, my speed isn't there. I need to do foot drills. My strength isn't there. I need to do this. But it's just like now transitioning, like with acting, it's just tough because like nobody gives you like no really like feedback or criticism. And, you know, we come from a game where like we always getting coached. Even when you do something good, your coach is all like, you could have did better. And it's like, dang, I made the tackle, like, but you know, they like it's just always way to get coached. But it's just like it's such a sensitive business where like people don't always want to tell you the truth or tell you like how you really feel. You know, I'll audition and I'll be like, all right, what did they say? Oh, they loved it. All right, they loved it. Where
Right.
Where
my call at?
Where my
Yeah.
call back?
where the contract? I don't understand. So I'm like to the point like, tell me like, you know, let me like
Tell me
I'll
the
take any
real.
criticism,
Yeah.
even people and it's like crazy because like you'll just see people on the street sometime and they'll like, you know, they'll see your work and they'll be like, yeah, I love your work, but they'll give you like a little 2 cents, and I'll take it personal. I'll just be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like I'll listen, cause like I'm just so thirsty for like just feedback. What can I do better?
Right.
Cause you know, cause like you know, our coach always told us, man, either you're getting better, or you're getting worse.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't want to just stay stagnant. So
Right.
you know, just trying to just figure out just ways to get better and just, you know, just keep working hard because that's what it's all about, just the work, the work and the grind, you know.
I be having to tell my mentor that. Like, I could tell my mentor, he kind of sometimes be scared to say something.
Like criticize you?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or be, you know, and I could tell, I'm like, bruh, there ain't nothing you gonna say to me that I ain't already
Said to
heard
myself,
at the
yeah.
worst,
Right.
in the
Right.
worst way. Like, you not gonna hurt my feelings.
Because we used to get cussed all that,
All
like,
day.
yelled at, pops, coach, fans. So
Yeah, like, you ain't gonna
it's
say
just
nothing
Right.
that,
yeah, like
that's
College
gonna make
fans
me
crazy.
mad like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
But
Right.
people be like, I don't know, I hear like stories like agents or cast directors and they'll be like, you'll never make it in this business. And then all of a sudden now they, you know, they get an award. And then of course that's the first thing they want to say, like, I remember that one person.
Right.
But it's like, shoot, if it wasn't for you, they probably wouldn't have been there.
Right.
You know, like you part of that journey too. Like, yeah, it might not be in a positive light, but they still saying your name on that stage, you know, somehow. So I just, you know, I feel like, yeah, it's just a weird time. Everybody real sensitive. I mean, I know you gotta watch what you say. To me, it's how you say it. You know,
Right.
as well.
Yeah. It's just
Your
how you deliver
delivery.
it. Yeah.
But, you know, I'm just all about just being honest. Like, I'd rather, even with girls, you could just tell me no or F off. Shit, that's cool with me. Instead of getting my number and then you ain't talking about nothing. Like,
Right.
like
right.
I'm all for just, yeah, please.
Keep it real.
Please.
Keep it really real.
So, what is some advice you could give to young athletes in making that transition or just dealing with, you know, performing at that high level? What is something that you think you could tell them that you didn't know when you was coming up?
Shake the right hands. Nah, I say,
For real.
like, for me, I'm just gonna say, like, for me, politics. Like, if I would have known that I was gonna go to this school and be around some of the biggest doctors' kids and
Yeah.
biggest lawyers' kids in the world, whatever, like, I would have carried myself a little bit different. Because for me, I'm coming into this college as a star. I've been on TV before. I'm on ESPN putting the hat on. Like, I feel that I'm big. So me being around other kids who are also big, but you just don't realize it.
A different type of
It's
biz.
a
Right.
different type of big, real life big.
Right.
Where they're
Exactly.
like, oh,
That
this,
money.
this my cousin house.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, this such and such kids. Like, what? If I would have known that, I think I would have just
Network
expanded
with it.
more. Yeah, and naturally, I'm saying that only because, like, I was networking and I didn't know that. I was just talking to,
Right.
like I'd be talking to people. I'm sociable, and now I look up. I'm like, damn. Like if I didn't do that in college, I
Where
don't
would
know.
I be?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like some of these people done got me through doors that I would never imagine I'd be in. So for a kid that's coming into college or playing sports, don't think you too big. You're not big. Be, carry yourself how you want to carry yourself, but at the same time, understand that there's more to life than just a sport. There's so much more to it. Utilize the school all the way. Talk to people, be friends you don't even know. Some of these friends gonna take you places you ain't even think about.
Right.
You there.
Yeah. It's more to life than football sometimes.
Way more.
Yeah.
What about you, Donovan?
First, like Stevie said, yeah, just take full advantage while you're there. Like, meet all the boosters as many as you can, all the donors. I mean, of course it's easier if you like the quarterback or the star player. You meeting all them type of people. But like, sometimes too, you might meet this person and like, maybe not ask if you embarrassed to ask them. Ask like somebody else, like, man, because you never know. This dude is head of NBC or
Right.
like
right.
I feel like a lot of times I met people, but I didn't know like.
That
I have a
Bruin community, alumni community especially,
Yeah.
is vast. It's massive.
Yeah, it's a lot out there, but they don't always like, they don't look how they like
You think they
don't
gonna
how
look.
they look. Yeah, they real
Low
regular, low key. But take advantage as you can, man. Go to class, make sure your grades is on point. So I feel like if you can't handle your stuff in the classroom, how they gonna trust you out on the field?
Right.
And I started off slow, and you don't want to have to catch up. And man, go to the school because you like to go, because it's one of the biggest decisions you're gonna make in your life.
Right.
If I didn't go to UCLA, I was thinking about transferring too, because things wasn't going out the way I went to. But then it's like, damn, like I wouldn't have got the ballers opportunity, or
Right.
what opportunities you would have got if you didn't go there or left.
Mm-hmm.
So like go to school because you want to go there, because a coach can leave as well too.
Right.
Because a lot of people go there because of the coach, but he might go NFL, he might get fired. You just never know. And have fun. It's a balance. Enjoy yourself, because like it go by
Quick.
fast. So enjoy
Right.
yourself, man. But like definitely network. I wish I would have networked a little bit more. I mean, I was always a people person, talking, meeting friends, especially people like that didn't play sports, but you just network and take full advantage, because while you there, it's so much easier. But when you leave, like, like you a number, like they worried about the next people, and the emails don't come in,
Right.
it's just way more convenient while you there, because when you get out, now they a little bit more busy than before. So.
Right. And like the overall theme that I'm getting is like, even though we go through adversity or we go through difficult times, it's like God puts you in places for a reason, and you just have to trust that is going to come into fruition. Because a lot of times we want to be somewhere else, or we want to be successful like right out of college, and it's like, no, you're going through these things so that you can make it to a certain point. So thank you guys for sharing your story. And I'm just really, I want to get Black men more comfortable with talking about their mental health. And I feel like sports is, I see a lot of like athletes talking more about mental health, and, places like the Pivot and different things like that. So I'm definitely glad to have you. And I didn't want to go over Stevie and you talking about, what you want to do for young players, upcoming players.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's something we could all get in on, honestly, but just like knowing the pain and the hurt that I went through just with the transition of sports, being stuck for real, and just actually going, like, you feel, you spiraling in a way. I think I want to build something for athletes or young men, and it could start as far as high school, the transition of them playing sports and then having to figure out what life is. Like, I want to build something where I put everything in front of them that help for them. Okay, like for me, I should have probably went to therapy. You know what I mean? Like, probably should still do it, but having to deal with it myself, I understood that pain. So like, how do I build something for other players and athletes to thrive and not feel stuck and understand that they can just make another move. Just move. You know what I mean? Like make that decision. Put the black tech people in front of them. Put the black lawyers. Put the real estate people in front of them. Chefs and stuff. How do I put that in front of people so they can just see it? We don't be knowing. I didn't know I can be an entrepreneur or believe I could be an entrepreneur until I met one. And he showed me the world. He showed me that there's a black man out here making millions and billions of dollars, and it's possible. So once I seen that, it kind of showed me a whole different world. So I want to be able to do that for more people at a time, for athletes, because there's so many you got different talents, I got different talents. A lot of these athletes have so many talents.
Right.
They just don't even know it, and they scared to take that step forward to explore it. Like, imagine if you just didn't show up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just showing up. How do I get you there? Sometimes you gotta grab an athlete and be like, yo, come do this.
Right.
I don't know nothing else. I'm scared to do that. I can sit here and say I'm not, but I'm scared to make that next step. I'm scared to start my podcast. I'm scared to do that. I'm terrified. But I know if I set this up and I come here and I do it, I'm seeing you do it. You
just gotta show up.
You know what I mean?
You
Like,
just gotta show up.
How do I put this in front of people and make this big? Like, for anybody and athletes in general. Like, I want it to be for athletes, but at the same time, any transition. How do I give
any transition?
You know,
I think it's more scary not to do it now. Like, I just couldn't live with myself, you know, like, like just not even like attempting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could live with like me doing it and it don't work out, or I don't, or I'm not feeling it. But like you said, if I didn't go to the audition, bro, I would have been watching this show sick. Like,
hey, yo, I got that email.
You telling people like, oh, you know, it's always them dudes like, oh, yeah, you know, I could have been that dude, and then people like, well, why you didn't do it?
Right.
And now you really feeling like, I really would have been in another spiral. So yeah, you gotta just go for it, bro. Like, like my dad say, what's the worst that's gonna happen? So
right.
They gonna say no or really it's gonna go good. And that's what I think most people is scared of, is like the success more than the failure.
Right. Because are you prepared for that success when you get it?
And it's responsibility. It's a lot.
Right.
It's a lot, but it's worth it to me.
Yeah.
And shoot, this acting, everything you're doing is taking you somewhere else that you probably don't even see.
Right.
Fast.
And then, I mean, shoot, bro, you got a restaurant. Oh God!
What's the name of that restaurant? Talk about
that. That's crazy.
It's called The Hideaway. The Hideaway. Yeah, it's a Mexican restaurant. Yeah, just tapping in, just meeting folks. You know, I mean, being on a show, or just doing anything successful. Of course, people they like that. They infatuated. Like, what are you doing? Like, they want to be around that. So just tapping in with the right people, rubbing the right elbows, and met some people, and was looking to invest in stuff. And yeah, it was a process though. It's a journey. Like, so you hear about the restaurant business. As soon as you say you doing something, it's not a lot of positive comments. They say like it's the hardest business.
Yeah.
And people was not supportive. And I'm thinking like, damn, like, did I fuck like I'm like shit? Because I already gave the bread. Because I'm the type, like, I do something, I make my choice because I don't like to get too much advice because it messes up my thinking. So I like to do it, and then I get uplift after. But everybody was like, yeah, don't do it, and I'm like, damn, it's already done. Like, but it took a minute. It took like at least like 6-7 years. But from when I got the bread, when I gave the bread, and I'm just like, shoot, I need that bread now. Like, what's good?
Run that back.
But like I said earlier, it could have been like the timing was with the whatever that was God's timing.
Right.
And we could have opened up too early, and the pandemic hit, and we would have been crushed.
Yeah.
Then I really would have understood why people would have been like, it's not a good idea.
Right.
But you never just know where life, you know. And some of these people I did like I didn't, it ain't like we grew up together.
Right. You didn't.
You know, I kind of just met him, man, and, you know, but I mean, you know, God say, man, you know, it's angels disguised as strangers all the time. So I'm just glad I kind of like.
Oh, preaching today.
Right.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't know, or you be like, you know, and you hear stories about, all type of stories about investors and people doing stuff, but you know, you kind of just gotta you know, it's a risk, and the risk always worth the reward. But
Right.
you
I'm
never thought
glad
you know, I
everything
like
worked
to
out.
eat, obviously, so. You know, I never thought I'd be where I was at.
Try not to laugh.
No, it's all good. I like to eat, so you know, I like Mexican food, so I'm all about just doing stuff that I'm interested in, you
Right.
know, that I got a passion. So if I don't make no money, like acting, I love acting now, like, and I never thought I did, but if I didn't make a dime, I still want to do it. Like, you know, it's just nothing like creating and just, you know, making something, and then also once you do it, just seeing how people gonna like
Right.
it.
How
'Cause they
people
might like it,
respond.
they might not, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a journey, but you know, gotta just
Keep moving.
Yeah.
keep moving,
Just
doing
take
different
that
things.
first step, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Take that
That's
first
the only
step. You
thing
never
I
know.
can say. Every day for me, I'm making stuff happen out of thin air. I don't know what's about to happen. I can't make someone buy a house. I can't make someone buy these shoes. I'm just being creative. Some come to my mind. I'm like, let's try it. Just try it. Take that first step. I mean, there's so many talented people out here that they just don't even know it. Like they don't know.
Right.
And then you just starting to do one avenue leads you to
Yeah.
another. Now that avenue leads you to another.
Right.
Yeah,
Just move. So I want to build something like that, like
facts.
to just uplift people, let them know like it's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
with,
It
whatever
hurt.
you need help with, I got you.
No, yeah, I'm
you know,
down.
you need a therapist or whatever you want. Yeah, I got you on that.
You gotta shout your therapist stuff out right now.
I mean,
for real.
yeah, we gonna get
No,
there. I was about
okay.
to, you know, ask what
Yeah,
everybody
'cause-
got going on. Any announcements or shout outs y'all want to do right now, or how can the people find you and see your work?
So I have a Instagram. I only do it off the Instagram for my art. It's at brkn.la. So it really is broken LA. I'm saying like broken in LA. Pretty much what I realized just through my experience of being here in LA, like everybody broken in some way. You feel me? But we in the clubs, we popping bottles and we got chains on. We trying to flex, but like we going back to the hut. Like, you feel me? Like some people don't got it like that, but we putting on that persona.
Right.
To me, that's broken. You know what I mean? And then I've also met some of the wealthiest people, seen the wealthiest people, been around some of the wealthiest people, and people, they not happy in the way.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, or, you know, it's just we there's something missing or something broken about people that we need to figure out ways to heal. And what I realized through my art is that I was able to give people art, and the joy that I received from them receiving it was everything for me. Like me giving my shoes to a kid and seeing him actually react like happy. To
Right.
me, that gave me, I'm like, damn, maybe I like doing stuff for other people. Like
Right.
that made me feel good. That made me feel better than anything else.
Right.
So, I mean, it's kind of like I'm playing on the word of like broken LA, because eventually I'm going to start events and stuff like that. And then it
Okay.
might be broken LA, broken New York, broken
Right.
this, broken that. But really I'm using art to heal or spread a good message or just show love, give
Right.
good gracious.
What about your real estate? You got to talk about
And then,
that
okay,
too.
yeah, the real estate. I just use my regular Instagram. My Instagram is at SJ_ and 3 eyes. So that's pretty much most of my stuff right there. I
Okay.
use 2 of them platforms. I should have started YouTube. But like I said, I got to
Just
jump.
do it. Like you said, you just
I
got to
gotta
take the first
jump.
step. Yeah.
Take that leap.
What about you, Donovan?
Oh yeah, you know, I'm on all social media. Donovan W Carter, you know, X, Instagram. I stream. I'm on Twitch too. I like to game on the side. That's my thing too.
So it's not just in the show; it's in real life too.
Nah, yeah. I mean, the show definitely like opened up a world because I didn't even know. Like, I mean, I always like the game. You know, I've always liked the system, but I didn't know like about the tournaments and all that type of stuff. I was like, this is crazy. I just was used to playing like with the homies or playing
Right.
online.
Right.
But yeah, that definitely like you open up a world. I done switched. I'm a PC player now. Like I had to get a whole little situation. But yeah, you could catch me on there. You know, more acting to come, auditioning. You know, just going after that, and you know, hopefully some more things too.
And
the
your
Hideaway,
restaurant.
of course.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's the name of the restaurant?
Yeah, the Hideaway. It's in Beverly Hills, 421 North Rodeo Drive. We got parking too. So yeah, come through. We got lunch, brunch, dinner, drinks, all that.
My best friend go there today.
Right,
Chips,
I'm
y'all
hungry.
open on Sundays?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, chips and water on me. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all.
Chef Beanz, what you got going on? Where can the people find you?
People, y'all know I'm always on the move, never hard to find. Chef Beanz, Chef_Beanz with a Z. But the announcement that I was talking about this April, at the end of April, we know Transparency to Play has been doing this thing in LA. Every show has sold out. But the people in Atlanta, they was like, yo, you gotta come do your play out here. So I was able to finally book the theater in Atlanta. And at the end of April, taking it on tour like the Temptations, you know, and just a lot of times what I realized in my personal journey is, especially moving to LA, is always the language of this need to get greenlit before this, greenlit that. But I'm like, yo, God already greenlit me. Right. So I'm going to, however much it costs, I'm going to get the bread up, whatever like that. And the world is going to eventually catch up. So I'm excited to independently produce this and just excited to keep growing. So yes, at the end of April 26th through 28th, exactly, Transparency to Play will be in Atlanta. Gonna cast locally, maybe some people out here if they willing to be down, but I'm just excited about all of it. And yeah, that's part of what's been overwhelming me, because trying to orchestrate something in the city that you're not physically at and also take care of everything that you got going on out here.
Right.
And then family stuff going on, and then this and then that. It can be a lot, but like I know I got the stomach for it and the strength, and I'm just excited. I'm transitioning or transmuting feeling overwhelmed to enthusiasm. So I'm just being more enthusiastic about it. Outside of that, just the brand and everything is going up. Be intentional, peep and pivot. I'm just overall excited and blessed.
I'm just so happy for you, because I just remembered the first play, and I'm like, dang, you about to take it on the road? Like, it's so amazing to see that progression.
Yeah, you hosted the first play.
I hosted the first play. I did. Yeah, that was 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
Into 2021.
Dang, 3 years ago, I guess
now, and now it's on wheels.
Right,
so.
right. But everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason. Myself, I started in February my private practice, so now I can see clients independently, and I accept insurance.
Congrats. That's fire.
Thank you.
That's fire.
So I'm really excited about that, because, you know, I love my job, but ultimately I want to do private practice and, you know, be an entrepreneur, work for myself. So this is the first step in doing that, and I'm on Alma. So you could just search my name in Alma, and then my name pops up. So I take insurance, and I also take, you know, out of pocket. So that's how you could find me. I also have Kid Onyx, and we're celebrating a 2-year anniversary. So I'm excited to bring more children's products, you know, that focus on mental health and teaching kids about their emotions. And What's Good With You is in season 4, and I have these great, amazing people around me today. And I'm thankful that you guys came and supported, and I just love to see Black men, you know, being vulnerable and talking about their feelings. Just like, wow, we've come so far. We have come so far. But make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. You follow us on Instagram, _What's Good With You. And make sure you tap in, leave a comment, leave a review, give us 5 stars. And this has been another episode of What's Good With You.
Wait, I got one more thing to say.
One more?
Yeah, one more thing. Though Transparency and everything is independently funded, you got pitch decks and stuff like that. Don't think y'all can't reach out.
Right.
I'm just letting y'all know it's going to get done regardless. It's going to get done regardless, but just want to say that. It's up, though.
Right. We accept all donations, okay? But yeah, it's been another episode. Thank you guys for coming, and
real
hopefully I'll
talk.
see you again.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you.